And to God be the glory. I thank God for his unconditional love. Win or lose. He's faithful. Hey, that's my opening. And whatever questions you guys have, I'll be glad to answer to the best of my ability.
Could you give us a little insight into Miami? You guys had a lead there in the second half, and then they went on that run. What they did right or what you did wrong, or a combination of things?
Well, we talked about this. Miami's a team, especially at home, that has been a big second half team. You know, they've outscored their opponents, I think on average maybe 16, 17 points a game in the second half, and they come from behind. So, you know, they tend to be even stronger in the second half. I thought defensively, they hurt the middle of our zone, and they played inside out off the middle. And they actually shot the ball really well. I think they were 12 for 18 from the floor in the second half. They only missed 6 shots. And offensively, we had some empty possessions where we turned the ball over, and they had 7 blocks for the game. So, you know, we just had a stretch there. I watched film where we just had some empty possessions. Either we turned it over, and you know, those combinations with them on the offensive end, attacking our zone and getting the ball in the high post area inside out, and then us having some empty possessions on the offensive end. Again, it kind of fed into that, but their team, you know, that has used to coming from behind and having big second halves, and that's where the game, you know, where the separation occurred.
Dennis Hobson on the postgame on the radio talks about they overloaded your zone in the second half. And are there things that if other teams do that, No,
we watched the film. They pretty much they did more of that in the second half, and it, I think more or less, you know, at the time going into the game, I think Miami was shooting 20% from 3 in MAC play. You know, they went 7 for 14. So, you know, you give them credit for making the shots, but you know, I'm not telling all the secrets in the zone, so I can't comment on everything. But the reality of it is, there are going to be times when our 5-man and whoever has the ball in the lane area, the high post, you know, you 1-on-1, and you have to play that guy, and then everybody else has to match up and get the shooters. So I just thought, you know, they're making shots. You know, we play the zone tight. You got to play the guy head up in the lane, and it's just a matter, you know, of defending those guys and moving our feet and getting out the shooters. But then, you know, really nothing we haven't seen. And again, I think when we had our lead and they went on their run, just to feed into that, you know, again, we had some empty possessions where we didn't either we turned the ball over or we didn't get a great shot, and that hurt us also. But at the end of the day, if you defend and rebound, I mean, I think we had 2 offensive rebounds for the game, 2. And the only way we should have 2 offensive rebounds if all we miss for the whole game is 2 shots. I mean, 2 offensive rebounds. So to me, that speaks to the physicality part of the game. You know, how do we compete physically when you only have 2 offensive rebounds? And we shot the ball from the free throw line, well, 9 out of 11. But in my mind, we need to get the free throw line more. So, you know, I think that's a part of it too. So you gotta match their physicality, especially at home. So you gotta grind with Miami. It's a grind. It's a grind them game for 40 plus, and that's true of all games. And I didn't think in the second half we grinded at the level that we needed to win.
Do you feel that you're getting what you would expect out of Polk right now?
Hey, I always expect great things out of every player. I think I use the expression, you got to do your job. You know, what's a 6'9", 275, 278-pound center's job to do for us? Well, you know, we're a defensive rebound. That's where it starts. You got to play big on defense. You know, he anchors our zone, actually. He's the middle of our zone. You got to be a presence on the defensive end. You know, you got to get in people's way, contest shots, and then you got to rebound the ball. Can he improve in that? Yeah. But I mean, we all can improve. So, and then, you know, rebounding wise, I want him to, you know, go after every rebound, and he's battling in there. But on the offensive end, when you got a chance to score around the basket or get fouled, that's what I want you to do. And, you know, that's Otis and Mark Larson, the guys that play the middle of our zone. And we, you know, go to. So from that perspective, I want all our guys to do their job. And that's Otis's job, first and foremost. You know, it's not about him scoring 20 points a game. It's not really about him grabbing 20 rebounds, but just playing big on both ends, being a presence, because he anchors, and he draws a crowd on the offensive end. He anchors our defense. So to answer your question, you know, I expect great things out of all our guys. You know, I think that's something you should expect, and our whole team needs to continue to improve. You know, we haven't. I think we haven't arrived. Put it that way. You know, but that's why we got to get better every day. So I expect that of Otis, and I expect that of all our guys.
With Jordan Crawford, is he better suited for some games than others to play in? And how do you make the determination? I mean, don't want you to give away those secrets either, but it seems like sometimes he's in there and can do things, and other times maybe he plays too fast. Is that part of it, maybe?
No. You know what? I think part of it is just being a freshman. You know, I think when he's doing his job on the defensive end, especially in our zone, you know, the slides and, you know, that type of thing, you know, and there's open court basketball. Naturally, to me, we can get out and run and push the ball. Naturally, to me, he's at his best in open court basketball because of his speed and quickness. But he's got to be solid with his slides in our zone and stay focused. So sometimes if I take him out, it might be because I think, you know, he's not as focused as he should be, or because his slides on the defensive end are not what they should be. And then when he's playing well and he's doing all the things on the defensive end, then he may play more. But as far as being suited, you know, in MAC play, I don't think we played a team that he hasn't been suited for. Basically, his minutes a lot of times have to do with how well he's playing, and also how well Joe and D. Brown are playing. Because I tend to go with the veteran guys. So if Joe and D are playing really well, that might limit his minutes. And you know, with us being predominant